So now let's talk about when exactly do you send a reminder email? When does this feature, this function become applicable? So firstly, in my world, what I currently do is once somebody has asked for access to Perfex, I send them a series of follow-up emails. As you'll see here, I'll just show you this reminder. For example, 7 days after somebody has been marked as a lead, I send them an email if the status that they are in is Perfex demo access. Doesn't matter what the source was. 7 days after, I send them that. If they've contacted me, then 7 days after that, I send them that. So long as their status is Perfex demo, that's what I send them. Then you'll also see I follow that up, exact same thing, same status, but 15 days after that. Okay, and I continue to do this all the way up until I reach 60 days after they're in that status. So what I'm basically saying is from the second that they make contact with me to access Perfex, the lead now is in the status of, he's asked for access to Perfex. Every 7 days, unless he's contacted me, he receives an email, 7, 15, 30, 45, and then 60 days. So, that is 5 different emails that he's going to get to remind him. But now let's look at other situations in which you can also use it. So firstly, you name the reminder and you pick the template that you want to use, and you decide at which hour of the day you'd like these emails to trigger out. It could be any time from midnight. Oh, sorry, 24 would be midnight in this scenario, all the way to maybe 8 p.m. or 7 a.m. and so forth. So now a reminder is related to either the invoice, the project, the task, the proposal, the quote, the contract, the ticket, the lead, or the customer. Okay, so let's, for example, tick proposal. Now it will be linked to the specific status of that proposal. So if it's still open, or it's been accepted or declined more specifically, then that will be the trigger point. So if it's been sent, or if it's still open for review, it will be sent. We can say the same with, for example, if you've got a contract renewal coming up. So let's say, for example, the contract is related to, you pick which type of contract it's related to. There's only a service contract currently in here. And then is it the end date of the contract? So for example, if I've got somebody on contract with me before the end date, now have a look here. A day before the end date of the contract, or 45 days up to 60 days before the end of the contract, or 60 days after the end of the contract, I could send out a very specific type of email template to them as a reminder. So that just gives you an idea here in terms of what scenarios we use it. Like I said, I am mostly using it around my leads period. I might need to set up one soon when I have tickets that are in answered statuses for very long. So as in, you've logged a ticket with me, I reply to the ticket, we reply to the ticket, but we don't hear from you, let's say for 2 weeks. It would probably be a good idea for me just to say, hey, just remember I replied to you 2 weeks ago, you haven't responded to me yet. Since my last reply, can you please follow up on me? So that would be also how we would prog the clients to follow up on tickets where we're waiting for information from them, instead of us actually manually doing so. So this just gives you some ideas of how you can use the reminders in your business.